Chapter 16, Nutritional Aspects of Pregnancy and Breastfeeding, Screencast 3. Now, this screencast will be looking at some examples of diet and exercise plans for pregnancy. First thing that we're going to look at are recommendations from My Plate, and this is a recommendation for second and third trimester. Now remember, daily values are based on 2,000 calories a day, and what they are recommending is 2,600 kcals per day, and this goes along really well with the numbers we were talking about in the previous screencast. Now, it goes a little bit further, going into a little bit more specific about where these calories should be. So dairy group, they're actually going about 3 cups of dairy. Protein should be in the ballpark of 6.5 ounce equivalents. So that's almost 2 servings, a little bit over that. 3.5 cups of vegetables, 2 cups of fruit, 8 ounce equivalents of grains, and also a fair amount of oil, 6 to 7 teaspoons of various types of vegetable oils. Now here is once again a sample diet that's going to meet the needs of most pregnant and breastfeeding women. It's about 2,600 kcals, and I'm not going to go through this. You can take the time and go through this over yourself and kind of use this as a model, but overall, it's healthy, it's going to meet the needs, and that's the most important thing when we're talking about this topic. Now, another thought or important thing to take into consideration is whether or not the mother needs to take prenatal supplements during pregnancy. It is recommended that most women take a prenatal supplement, and especially focusing on folic acid and iron. Now, at the same time, it's going to be, you need to be cautious of getting excessive amounts of preformed vitamin A, iron, zinc, selenium, and vitamins B6, C, and D. Now, specific supplements may be recommended in special circumstances. Now, a vegan may actually need vitamin B12 because the best sources of B12 are going to be animal-based. Multivitamin and mineral supplements for women who have a history of frequent dieting. They may abuse drugs or alcohol, are teens, or are carrying multiple fetuses. So they, once again, are probably going to have some different needs and require more specific supplements, multivitamins, and so on. Now, when we're looking at physical activity is recommended. It should be of a low to moderate intensity, and there are a number of benefits that are associated with exercise at this intensity. Improved cardiovascular function, easier and less complicated labor, an improved attitude and mental state, the prevention of gestational diabetes, and also a leaner, more neurologically developed baby. Now, what's most important is a physician should be consulted before starting an exercise program. Now, if we look at general recommendations, now this isn't really different. There are going to be some more specific situations related to pregnancy, which we'll address. Moderate intensity for 30 minutes per day, and that's not really different from what most people should be getting. Drinking plenty of liquids, so once again, nothing new here. Keeping the heart rate below 140 beats per minute. Now, this is a little different. Once again, looking at the intensity. Include a cool down period. So once again, don't just stop exercising. Now, things that should be avoiding are exercising while lying down after 4th month, deep flexing joint extensions, jarring movements, things that are going to increase significantly body temperature, things that result in discomfort, strenuous or endurance activities, and especially activities that could cause abdominal trauma.